Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Linda Saunders, Teresa Baltazar, Mavi Gongora. Okay, a couple of things I want to mention. I have an ongoing research and investigation that I'm doing with my channel, so please don't mind me. A couple of you have complained that you don't see my channel or something like that. Please let me know if that happens. And also, if you don't see my channel on your feed, please do a search for Milou. Go on the search box and do a search for my name, okay? Because I looked at a couple of videos about how the YouTube algorithm can kill our channels, and it has happened to a lot of people. I'm not the only one. In fact, funny enough, a couple of people have the same complaint, and they are big channels. They're not small channels like mine. The same complaints. So I'm not the only one, and if you do a search, you will find out, you will see how many people complain. In any event, if you don't see me, do a search for me, because this has been happening for the past year. So I wanted to share that with all of you, just in case. And I forgot all about it. Roxy Bolt Taro, I believe, reminded me yesterday afternoon that, well, I read a comment last evening that I predicted DeSantis would have a car accident. I didn't remember. I vaguely remember saying it, because sometimes when I can only speak for myself. Reading, you don't remember everything you say, or you have an idea, you mentioned something like that, but I couldn't remember exactly what I said. But Roxy reminded me that I did predict it, and DeSantis was in a car accident yesterday morning. So I want to say thank you to Roxy. And I am sure some of you have heard that Rudy Giuliani basically conceded that he lied about the two ladies in Atlanta or Georgia. He accused them of mailing ballot fraud, basically. So he admitted he lied. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, I'm sure you guys remember a long time ago, and I've said that a couple of times after that, everything Republicans are trying to build on this big lie will not make it. This whole thing, as I'm saying this, I'm seeing again. Remember, I told you, I believe last week, that I saw a scaffolding falling on Trump. I'm getting the same picture as I am saying. This big lie is gonna come crushing everyone who is amplifying it, promoting it, taking part in it. And I feel like saying Giuliani conceding that he lied opens the door for a lot of other people in the Trump orbit, or people, his lawyers, or other people that were doing, trying to pull shenanigans and stuff. They will come out and admit certain things as well, or even if not in public, they will in court. Because this is going to reach a point where they're going to realize they have no choice. Just like Giuliani has realized that he has no choice but to tell the truth, okay? Because from what I understand, those ladies are suing him and Trump, a lot of other people who have been amplifying Trump lies will do the same thing at some point. It may not be right away. This is just happened to be the first. Giuliani just happened to be the first person to admit he was lying. So, and also I read something, and this has been, it was said 7 months ago. The guy, the Trump supporter, that black guy who looked like Sammy Davis Jr., I'm sure all of you know who I'm talking about. I just can't remember his name right now. I should have written his name down, but I didn't. But I think I know, you guys will know who I am talking about. That black guy, he looks like, he resembles Sammy Davis Jr., who said that he has enough information to put Marjorie Taylor Greene away. I feel intuitively there is a time that's coming. I feel it will be during the one of Trump trials, and I would not be surprised if it's between now and January. It can happen anytime. That the people start coming out, people who took part in planning and executing January 6th, they start coming out and letting everyone know who took part in the January 6th insurrection and what they did. And I feel like saying Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be one of them. And you know why? She can't help being arrogant, and she's power hungry. And that attitude, Boebert is the same. Boebert is the same way, and a whole bunch of other ones. But it feels like to me the way Marjorie Taylor Greene is on social media and doing everything she can to grab the spotlight is annoying a lot of people, or annoying the friends of people who took part or knew what was going on or knew about all those activities before the January 6th insurrection took place. So it's friends of friends, or participants of the January 6th commission, insurrection. She has a lot of people who are resenting her. And you know what? The key thing is, these people are completely familiar with her shortcomings. They know what she's like. Behind the scenes, you and I, we see her. I can tell you intuitively what I feel about her, but I'm not behind the scenes. But these people are behind the scenes. They know about her private life. They know what she does, all kinds of activities, because they have taken part in some of those activities as well, or they know people who know people. They are aware of her shenanigans. Marjorie Taylor Greene, that is. Boebert as well. But Marjorie Taylor Greene, to me, seems to be receiving the most scrutiny from these people because of her arrogance and the way she manipulates and grabs the spotlight. She uses people. Someone asked me, the reason why I'm bringing this up also is someone asked me what is the relationship between her and McCarthy. Marjorie Taylor Greene is using McCarthy. McCarthy is using her too. They are using one another. I don't see any romance there. No. But she's a woman. She knows how to use a feminine side. And also, McCarthy is afraid of anyone who's close to Trump. He thinks that, he's very vulnerable. He sold his soul to be where he is at. So, if he knows anyone is close to Trump, he's not going to cross you, and he's going to try to make sure that you don't go and say anything to the orange guy. And that's the relationship that exists between McCarthy and Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's what it feels like to me. But that too is going to come to an end, because there is a limit to whenever you're not being yourself, you've sold your soul for anything, there is an expiration date on that. And it feels like to me also something McCarthy thought would happen didn't. He thought by giving Marjorie Taylor Greene all that power, all those perks, all these things, behind the scenes, he thought Marjorie Taylor Greene was going to rise to the occasion, behave differently, see herself, rehabilitate herself, or whatever she has to do, but for people to say, you know what, at least she's growing into the situation. She's getting worse. And the number of complaints that McCarthy is getting too much. And also, I'm sure, I don't know how many of you have heard, right now, besides the Freedom Caucus, I believe they call themselves, there is another group that's been formed, according to report. Matt Gaetz is in it too. They call it the 20s, something like that, or 20s. So do you guys remember I said a long time ago that the Republican Party, they would have different factions? That's happening. And we haven't seen anything yet. They've been fighting, but not that bad. The fighting is going to get more intense and uglier. What we are seeing so far is nothing. Those different factions, resentment, and they are all after a couple of things: money and power. And they're not going to get it. And it's going to create more resentment, and the fights are going to be out of this world, epic fights. On top of the lies that they have to keep straight. The other thing I'm seeing is the way they've been lying, Comer and all these people, the way they've been lying. They're doing everything they can to besmirch the Biden's reputation. And it's beginning to look to them, and it's true, they're not making any headways. It's not accomplishing anything because it's all lies, and people, the public is seeing right through it. There are going to be fights about that as well. And the only place they have to go and complain, or a couple of them, Newsmax, Fox, and company, that is going to change as well because of lawsuits and among other things that are coming for Fox. So the Republicans in the House, intuitively I feel like saying, things are not looking very good. And they're gonna, the way they usually fall in line, whenever something is going on, they are going to have difficulties doing that going forward. So, Electrostorm says, should I get some popcorn? Yeah, some stocks and popcorn for the epic fight coming, Milou. Absolutely. It's gonna be, unbelievable. And it's going to affect everything that they try to do. And the past 6 months they've been in charge, or 6 months, they've not done anything. If in fact, if they're going to try to cause more harm to the country, because there is something about the budget they are supposed to be doing, they're not doing it. Or at least they are playing politics with our economy, thinking they can tank the economy in order for them to win. That's not going to work either. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Giuliani, and all these people who have been lying to the public, those lies will catch up with them. And that's what, and I've said it before, it will sink everything they've built or trying to do. And that's what's going to kill the whole Trump movement as well. Because among other things, people during the course of the trial that's coming up, people are going to be, his base will be disgusted with the way they went, making them believe that there was there, that they cheated him out of the election. This Giuliani conceding that he lied is going to have a major impact. And he's not going to be the only one. And those people, the Trump base, some of them will, like I said, there's going to be a percentage that's going to stick with him no matter what. But I feel like saying this is intuitively, I don't know about, what people in the news are saying, but intuitively I feel it's big. It's just, to me, going forward, the implications are gigantic when it comes to the outcome of this whole big lie that Trump put together. It has created everyone, or most people. I'm not talking about the small percentage that's going to go along with whatever Trump said. I'm talking about the majority of the Republican base. This is going to be disappointing to them. And it's not only going to be Giuliani. They're going to start asking themselves, if he lied about this, what else are they lying about? And him accusing those two ladies from Georgia, those election workers, of stealing, cheating, and all the kinds of stuff was a lie. Once they realize that, they're going to start questioning everything else. That's my prediction. So the big lie, like I said a long time ago, will destroy not only Trump, Giuliani, and those people, Trump inner circles, but people in Congress as well, and in the Senate. And by the way, the young gentleman that's running against Ted Cruz, he's doing an amazing job running against Cruz. I feel he stands a very good chance. I think he's going to win of getting Ted Cruz out of the Senate, because I've seen a couple of his tweets and videos, and Ted Cruz has not been able, or has not answered. If you guys have seen Ted Cruz answer anything he has said so far, please let me know. I have not seen any, and I don't see how. Let me put it this way. Intuitively, it feels like to me Ted Cruz doesn't have a leg to stand on the way this gentleman, to fight back against this young gentleman that's running against him. That's the way intuitively I am getting it. If you guys have seen something that's effective, let me know, but intuitively, I don't think so. I don't see it. So, a lot of Trump supporters, like I've said in the past, will fall with Trump. And the not too distant future. Well, the election cycles. And after that, they're going to face legal issues. Because, like I said before, it feels like to me there's going to be another round. I don't know how this is going to work, but there's going to be another round of investigation. I've mentioned this before. Okay? So, what we are seeing right now, they're just going to take Trump down. Since a lot of people, well, he's the mastermind. Okay. And after that, they're going to go after the second tier. You have Trump, the first tier, and then you have the people below him. So, yeah, this is going to be tough. One thing I feel like saying, I'm sorry, that little snake video that I put out yesterday, it's only about 1 minute and 5 seconds long. I did not monetize it because, it's a short video and I wanted to treat everybody to something different. And it was an experience. So I'm sharing with everyone what my life, little things about my life. You know something? YouTube right now, if your channel is monetized, you release a video, whether it's short or long, they charge you. That's one of the things that YouTube is doing right now. That me releasing that video, not having, have it a commercial. I didn't turn I didn't monetize it. Cost me $100. I'm just sharing. Please, I'm not asking for money. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, sharing with you. Going forward, if you see I monetize a short video like that, I'm not being greedy. I don't want to be misunderstood. YouTube changed its policies, and I saw it a couple of times, a couple of other videos that I've released, short videos that I have released, and I did not monetize them. I realized that I lost. I'm like, why? But based on research that I have been doing, yeah, if you have your channel is monetized, you release a video, you don't monetize it, regardless if it's short, they're going to charge you. And if I was making, $1,500 and up a month, believe me, the YouTube stuff right now, payment is not really good. So I'm not complaining, I'm just sharing with you. If you see me release a short video like that and I monetize it, that's why it's going to cost me. And if you don't want them, just let me know too. But if you see me monetize it, if you notice, those of you who have not seen that snake video, if you try to watch it and there is a commercial, I don't know, at the end or at the beginning, I had to monetize it because it's going to cost me money, and I apologize for that. Okay? So I just wanted to get that in. To go back to my regular programming, somebody asked me a question, and I promised that I would answer. 1 second. Somebody asked me, are Republicans in this country, do they still want fair elections? No. Republicans right now, they've basically conceded. They don't have anything to offer, and they don't want to try. Since they have perfection, or they think they have perfections, I think that's the right word, please help. But you know what I mean. They think they are pretty good at cheating and stealing, so they rather do that now. That's why we're seeing like Alabama refuses to change their map. Other states, red states, are putting all kinds of laws in place to make people's life difficult. to prevent people from voting, suppressing the vote, and all kinds of stuff. So they'd rather do that than come up with new ideas. It's easier for them, at least at this point, to seize power by stealing, cheating, and other means than getting elected fair and square. So, to the person who asked me that question, Republicans don't care anymore. They're going to change their mind 10 years down the road, because right now, the sleepy guy, or the guy they're calling sleepy, is beating them like crazy. And Democrats, like I said, I believe yesterday, are preparing. And this morning, I predicted the Democrats were preparing yesterday or the day before yesterday. But this morning I read in an article that says Democrats are salivating because of the state of the Republican Party and how they're going to go about holding them responsible in 2024. Show to people the difference, the contrast between Democrats and Republicans. And if they do it well, my friends, Democrats will win the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And yes, Republicans will be out for a very long time. And I can't wait, because they're going to deserve everything they get. Yeah. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, oh my God, I'm waiting for that one. So let's hang in there. 1 second. Joel Thyssen says, how will SCOTUS enforce their ruling on Alabama gerrymandering? They've done it before. This is just going to go back to the Supreme Court, and they will, oh, believe me, they can order them be jailed or all kinds of stuff. You know that. Those guys, they're just being arrogant. But there are ways, there are mechanisms in place to, just like any other court, you know, the judge says, arrest them, you're done. So, but I don't know exactly, but according to a legal expert, this is going to go back to the Supreme Court. And also, I'm sorry, according to people, election experts, okay, they said the people in Alabama are playing another game as well. They are trying to, there is some kind of something under the part of the voting right they want to do away with. So this is an alternate way of getting, or of giving Justice Robert, another opportunity to decimate the Voting Right Act. So don't worry, I don't feel Alabama is going to win. If anything, Alabama is going to lose, and they're going to look bad, and they are looking bad in the process. That's my prediction. And that just says, look under the bed of Ron Johnson. I feel sorry for the person who's going to look under the bed of Ron Johnson. Oh my God. I'm seeing a lot of dust. Let's see, I'm looking for a question. Linda says, my dad used to say, they will nickel and dime you to death. Oh yeah. I'm looking for questions. Oh, today is Wednesday, friends. Electrosome says, money, wait, you have to ask for money in order to have for a video you released. Yes, that makes no sense. Tell me about it, Electrostorm. I'm telling you, it seems like YouTube has a new CEO, because the lady who used to be in charge, I mean, she did something about 6 years ago, and I've been struggling, 6 months after I started. I complained to a couple of people, but not on video, because at the time I was not going to complain to any of you. You didn't know me. Right now I can share with you if I'm having some challenge. I said, because I think I work hard. The only day I don't work, well, I work, but I'm not on YouTube. is Sunday, but I work, doing other things. So, but I have a track record, and like right now, I ask for you to support the channel. Like today, at 6 o'clock, I'm going to do. I enjoy doing it. Relationship, career, okay, stream. That's an opportunity for me to have it, $50 or something. A couple of dollars more. Okay, but now I can do those things because you guys know me. I hope you appreciate what I do. I'm not saying you don't. I appreciate all of you guys. Whether you can donate or not, doesn't matter. But the point I'm trying to make is they have changed the way they do business. And Facebook is the same way. Let's say, for example, my videos, I release the videos I do here on Facebook. They just sit there unless I advertise on Facebook, inviting people to, I have to spend money in order for people to know that I am there. Otherwise, people won't know. At least that's the way I'm getting it. And it seems like YouTube is beginning to adopt some of those ways of doing business because Google has made some mistakes with the advertisement side of the business, because advertisement brought a lot of money to Google. So right now, they are looking for all kinds of ways to, make money. So little people like myself, they'll probably kill, in the process, they are trying to kill my channel in the process. I'm not the only one. That's why I tell you guys, I'm going to hang in here as long as I can. But besides, supporting me if you can, with, donation, but look for me as well, because YouTube is going through some challenges. And yes, I'm looking for other ways as well, and I will let you guys know if I'm doing anything different. I'm thinking of going on TikTok, because TikTok is allowing people to release 10 minutes videos up to 10 minutes now, and I'm going to release them here as well. But YouTube is doing a whole bunch of stuff. In fact, if you don't take my word for it, there is a gentleman they call Louis. I'll tell you his name. Bear with me 1 second. I watched his video this morning, and 1 second. I believe it's Louis Rossman, but bear with me. I will tell you because I watched it this morning. Yes, Louis Rossman, Rossmann. He's a YouTuber, and he's the one who posted, who explained what I have been feeling all along. I'm like, oh my God, I'm right. Not that I didn't know I was, but I had no way of verifying it. Okay, but that's why if I release a short video, I have to monetize it. They charge me. All right. Madrid H says, who's behind 45? He didn't do this alone. Well, let me tell you, Madrid, and I told this from the beginning. I told everybody when I first came on YouTube, Trump had other ideas. It just so happened there are a lot of wealthy people who thinks the way he does. And also they are Republicans, and the Republicans have been cheating for a long time. Okay, so because you have that those organizations who are suggesting the policies and all kind of stuff like that, when you have incompetent people like Trump as president. I forget the name of that organization, but the Federalists or something like that, they call themselves. These people are well connected. Leonard Leo, okay, they all think the same way. So they decide, hey, this is our guy. And given that Trump is shameless and dumb, they manipulate him in some ways, not completely, because he's a little self-centered, selfish, and but you have these people with a lot of money, billionaires, like this morning. In fact, that's one thing I have to mention about billionaires predicting recession. You know what they're doing? They're manipulating the market. Okay, that Peter Fee guy said that he's big on crypto. So all of them, they have different types of investment. When they go out and say things, people believe them, and they can. It's a game. They can raise, what they say can, cause the market to rise. And if they say something that makes people think negatively, it can sink everything too. So they can short. Those of you who are familiar with the stock market, if you know how to bet, if you bet against the market, you can make a ton of money. Like somebody, I believe, did in 2008, make millions and millions of dollars. So these are the type of people we have who they're not like Trump. They are a little better than Trump, but they have the same mentality. Since they have money, they think the rest of us should be their serfs. You know what I mean? We are their domestics. Yeah. So the people with those type of mentalities, they are the Trump supporters. They support dumb DeSantis too. I don't understand. These people have no clue. Because DeSantis, you guys, is more dangerous than Trump. And if you see the way this guy went after minorities in Florida, but he's going after LGBTQ people, he is putting together some kind of military outfit. And the other dumb thing these 1% of the 1% who are supporting those people are doing, they think by supporting those guys, they're going to look good, and they're always going to be, in the circle of the President of the United States that they installed for life. And they will always be in his good graces. They should talk to me. I tell them a few stories or two. Papa Doc was no different than Trump. Well, skin color, that's about it. Psychologically, Papa Doc was a medical doctor, a very smart guy, you would think, okay, would know better. Just as stupid when it comes to common sense and everything else. He did not need any proof that you crossed him. You are dead. Period. And if you see how Trump behaves, okay, he sees you on the cover of some magazines that he's always wanted to be on that magazine. And he cut you off or call you, curse you out, and do all kinds of stuff. So you want to tell me? Well, wait a minute. I don't even have to give you that example. Look at what happened on January 6th. Okay? So you think these 1% of the 1% people would look at that and say, I never see Trump say anything good about, or even say, you know what, my conscience bothers me that policeman died on January 6th, or that young lady, I forget her name, you guys know who I'm talking about, that got shot because she was in the Air Force trying to breach Congress. The security or Secret Service person shot her. You would think, he would say something about my conscience. Never. Papa Doc never had a conscience either. So those 1% of the 1%, that's the only reason why I would not mind, but it would be worse for you and I than for those, if Trump were to become president for life, than having him there. So I don't think he will ever come close to the White House again. I don't see it. Okay. But I wouldn't mind if he were the president for one day so I can see the 1% of the 1% how they feel. Trust me. They would be disappearing. He would be seizing their possessions. because he's a self-centered, egotistical piece of garbage. Trump, that is. Yeah. Every once in a while when I think about this, you think these people, like Elon Musk yesterday or the day before yesterday, I feel bad. James, the basketball player, okay, his son had a heart issue yesterday. Elon Musk found a way to trying to say it was the vaccine or something to that effect. Can you imagine? So these people have everything at their disposal. They don't even have to read. A billionaire, you call a heart doctor and ask them questions, they'll be too happy to talk to you and explain to you what happened. It doesn't necessarily has anything to do with vaccine. But that's how petty, small, and ignorant they are. Yeah, these are the people, and I bet he supports Trump, and he supports, what's his name, DeSantis. Scary. So that's who support Trump and his shenanigans. Sorry, I got carried away, friends. But don't worry. The way I'm feeling right now, they don't stand a chance, and yes, at some point they will be eating one another. After this 2024, when they lose, watch. And some of them are going to jail. Oh my God, it's going to be dog eat dogs. There's an animal, if they give birth to a baby, they eat the baby. Do you guys know which one is that? That's what's going to happen. They're going to eat their own. Let's put it that way. All right. Joel Simpson says Elon Musk, QAnon. Yeah, exactly. Okay, friends. Oh, today's Wednesday. Oh, I mentioned it earlier. So I will be back this evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the usual time. Bring your friends. We'll have some fun. Love, relationship, career. Okay. So please join me later, or send your friends, tell your kids if they're looking, to get married or meeting people. I'll give name, time frame, descriptions, and career-wise, I'll give you the information as well. So tell your friends. Okay, people, I will see you all later today. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you, chat monitors, for your help. I appreciate it. If you like the channel, please subscribe. And also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. And if you don't see me, search my name, okay? Milou. Just search for Milou. I'll be, every time I do a search for Milou, I'm the first one that pops up. But you're going to see my picture anyway. So do a search for me. Or even if you Google me too, you will see, it will point you to my videos. You may have to look for, if I'm going live, you may have to know how to navigate, but I'll have to do something about that to teach you guys, those who don't know, how to navigate to find me, my videos, my live, if I'm live, so you can find me. But yes, please do a search, because right now, the algorithm, like I told you, the way I explained it to you, it works yesterday. Regardless of how good somebody is, if they think people are clicking on their thumbnails, it's going to expose those people more. And people like myself, whether I'm accurate or stupid or dumb or not talking, it will keep suppressing and not showing my videos. That's the way the algorithm works, unfortunately, for me. But I'm looking for ways to see if I can keep myself afloat as well. But if you don't see me, look for me. Okay, friends, thank you. I will see you all this evening. Please subscribe if you like the channel as well. And give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up are very important, friends. Please give me a thumbs up, whether you are watching now or you watch later. Again, thank you for your support. Later.